This is Journey Through Iran, Episode 11, written by Abdulmaalik Hashmi and read by Sonia. Masjid Jameh Sahib-e-Zaman. It was Friday, and the market was almost silent. In Iran, Friday is a public holiday. At about 3:30 in the afternoon, I left my hotel for a walk. A few shops had opened. I wandered through the streets without a plan. Suddenly, I heard the call to prayer. I stopped and followed the sound. It led me to the Masjid Jameh Sahib-e-Zaman. I entered, performed ablution, and found the congregation ready to begin. I joined the rows. The imam was in the mihrab, but the mihrab floor was half a foot lower than the rest of the prayer area. I could not tell if this was for a reason or just the architect's choice. My Persian was not good enough to ask. In front of the rows stood a young man holding a microphone. He faced the congregation instead of the imam. Each time the imam said Allahu Akbar, the young man repeated it loudly. When the imam bowed, he called out, Subhana Rabbil Azim Bihamdi. When the imam prostrated, he announced, Subhana Rabbil A'la Bihamdi. He was not the muezzin. He acted more like a prayer guide, keeping everyone in step with the imam. The worshippers stood far apart, enough space between them for two more people. I thought this might be a local custom. It was the Asr prayer, for rak'ahs. After the second rak'ah, some people ended their prayer and left. I assumed they were travelers performing the shortened prayer. I was also a traveler but stayed for the full 4 rak'ahs. When the prayer ended, I stepped into the courtyard. The young man with the microphone came toward me, smiling. Are you Shafi? He asked. My Persian was too limited for a long reply, so I nodded. Then I changed the subject and complimented the mosque's architecture. May I take some photographs? I asked. Do you have a doorbin? He said. I realized he meant a camera. I pointed to my Canon film camera hanging from my neck. He examined it with interest. Ah, so you have a doorbin, he said. In Urdu, doorbin means something different, I explained. It means binoculars or a telescope. He was surprised. Really? That's interesting, he said, and smiled. He then took me back inside and introduced me to some people as a Shafi. He had noticed my way of praying and assumed it. In reality, I follow the Sunnah without strict adherence to one school of thought. I tried speaking to him in Arabic, but he was not fluent. Then he brought a box of Iranian sweets, rich with saffron flavor, and offered me one. Is this your first visit to Iran? He asked. Yes, I said, and I will remember it. I hope you leave with good memories, he said. Praying in this mosque was not just a routine act of worship. It was a look into another way of prayer where the imam stands lower than the congregation, the rows are spaced wide, a young man with a microphone guides the worshippers, and the word doorbin means camera. Tabarra within Tabarra. I left the gathering and began inspecting the mosque's tile work and decorative patterns. The building was quiet, but it felt as if its walls carried an old, unspoken protest. With the young man's permission, I took some photographs. When my camera turned toward a large carpet hanging to the left of the mihrab, I stopped. It was not just a carpet. It was a statement. The Persian Nastaliq writing glimmered across it, and above it, in large Thuluth script, the words read, Ziyarat-e-Ashura of Imam Hussein. This was a prayer, but also a protest. It is recited every year on the 10th of Muharram. The text began with praise of God and blessings on the Prophet, then moved into direct condemnation of the Umayyad rulers. O Allah, curse Abu Sufyan, Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan, and Yazid ibn Muawiyah with a curse that lasts forever. This is the day when the family of Ziyad and the family of Marwan killed Husayn. O Allah, curse them twice over and send upon them a severe punishment. The words shocked me. They were aimed at figures whom a large part of the Muslim world regards as companions of the Prophet. In the Sunni tradition I was raised in, disputes among the companions are left to God, without public judgment or curses. For Shia Muslims, however, Tabarra is not simply insulting someone. It is an open protest and a public declaration of separation from historical injustice. It expresses both loyalty to Hussein and rejection of Yazid. Before coming to Iran, I had studied Arabic and Islamic sciences for 4 years in Saudi Arabia, so I understood the text clearly. The prayer continued with 4 curses, then a 5th, followed by an instruction to prostrate. Prostrate. The last part read, O God, curse Ubayd Allah ibn Ziyad, ibn Marjana, Umar ibn Sa'd, Shimmer, the family of Abu Sufyan, the family of Ziyad, and the family of Marwan until the day of judgment. After these words came prostration before God. I could not easily understand it. Prostration is usually an act of respect, gratitude, and love. Here, it came immediately after a long list of curses. Perhaps ordinary Iranian worshippers did not feel the same intensity one did when reading it. They might recite it as a tradition, without much personal feeling. Or perhaps the Persian translation gave it a sharper tone. I stood there for a while. The mosque was still and quiet, as if even its walls were aware of what was written on that carpet. Abdulmaalik Hashmi, bringing every journey to life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support helps us create even better videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.